All right, welcome back, everybody. If you've been with us the whole time, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Joseph Romano Sports.
Yo, we're on now.
Sorry about that, folks. We had a couple of fans over here that were a little bit excited for the game. If you are just joining us, welcome to the Joseph Romano Sports Complex at the Spring and Maple soccer fields, as the Vineland High School boys soccer team is now ready to take on Millville in the second half of a doubleheader. Vineland girls just defeated the Thunderbolts 3-1 in the earlier game. Two teams are getting ready to take the field. We see the captains in the middle there going through the ground rules. Today's game is being streamed live on the VPS Broadcasting YouTube channel. Follow VPS Broadcasting on YouTube for coverage of all district events. Also follow Vineland Public Schools on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest updates from school and district officials. VPS Broadcasting can be found on Xfinity Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon Fios Channel 41. Television events are aired on weekdays at 7 p.m. and weekends at 6 p.m. We also want to remind our viewers to tune in to the VPS Broadcasting YouTube channel this Saturday, October 22nd at 2 p.m. for the Vineland High School homecoming football game. The Fighting Clan is taking on Atlantic City, and at halftime, the 2016 Miss Monogram will be crowned. Tonight's VPS crew is Mark McGill, Skylar LeBruno, and Kayla Spirer, and crew chiefs are Doug Diola and Ryan Steinbron. Additionally, the executive producer of VPS TV and the school district's public information officer is Gia Masuri. Looks like the referees are finished with the ground rules. And we should have these two teams coming out onto the field any minute. Really great crowd here tonight for this traditional doubleheader. As I was saying during the girls' game, when Vineland and Millville play in soccer, they usually will do night games, girls, and then boys. I think that in Millville they usually play the games at Wheaton Field at the high school's football stadium. And here we are at the Joseph Romano Sports Complex at Spring and Maple in Vineland for the doubleheader hosted by the Fighting Clan. The Vineland taking the field wearing the black jerseys with red shorts. Millville wearing all blue with the orange numbers. We are just about set to get underway here. And we are underway here. Millville starting with possession. And we're going to have a handball called there against Vineland. One sent in. Vineland goalkeeper Jonathan Arroyo corrals that one. He will punt it out toward midfield. This is the first time we've had the opportunity to do a game for the boys team, so I'm going to try to learn these guys' faces as quick as I can. We were supposed to do a game earlier in the season, I think against St. Augustine Prep, and it was in the middle of all those heavy rainstorms that we had. Throw coming here for Millville. Deep into the box, going to find the head of a Millville player and out, so Vineland will take possession. It's number 11, Lucas Porterton, with the kick for Vineland. Be a foul called against the Fighting Clan. Porterton sends that one down into Millville's half of the field. We have a cross attempt there by Millville's Nick Grotti, but he doesn't get enough on that one. Almost. A substitution here for the Fighting Clan. There's a throw there by Vineland's Kyle Garrett. You see Vineland looking for a cross here. Deflected by Millville and out. Vineland should have a throw coming up. Throw there from Porterton. And that was number 20, Alejandro Matias, pressuring there for Vineland. The two teams really trying to hold possession in the midfield here. That's number 13, Bobby Labriola, recovering for Vineland there and kicking that out. A throw coming for Millville. Neither team really doing much in the ways of any consistent possession and ball movement quite yet. Number 25, Gemel Tutu for Vineland, getting ready. Thought he was going to take the throw. He was the intended recipient of that pass that Millville knocked out. Millville here finding, this is Labriola recovering. Nice job there by Labriola. Millville looked like they had a real chance to get something going there. There's number 10, Ryan Cleveland. Here comes Labriola up into the midfield, and he will look for a chip into the Millville box. Thunderbolts get it out. Millville comes into this game with a record of 9-6. Certainly a pretty good season for the Thunderbolts so far. And there's going to be a rip from deep for Millville. That was, let's see what number that was. That was a heck of a shot, though, as the Thunderbolts take a 1-0 lead. I think that was number 10, Ryan McIsaac. So Vineland now trailing 1-0. Really not anything the Vineland keeper could do on that one. That was an undefendable shot from McIsaac. We're gonna have a foul called against the Fighting Clan. Cross there from Millville. This will be 2-2 with the header. I think we're going to have a dangerous kick called there against the Clan. Sometimes when the players get those high kicks that are in the proximity of another player's head, they can have a dangerous kick called against them. That may be a rule that is specific to high school. I think that I don't know that I've seen that call in the collegiate level or beyond. So a deep send in from Millville there. Vineland able to head it away. Here's Grotti for Millville, trying to maneuver by the sideline. Grotti, a name probably very familiar to many of the area soccer fans. I think that he has had a couple of older brothers who had incredibly successful careers at Millville. That's going to be chipped back by the Thunderbolts, and number 9 for Millville, Michael Glusak, looking for the shot on the volley, but he misses. Porterton set for the kick again. And we're going to have a push there against Millville. Garrett's going to send that one into the Millville box, but headed out by the Thunderbolts. McIsaac tries to flick that one. That one's going to be sent deep there into the Vineland box, but the goalkeeper, Arroyo, able to corral it and sends the punt down into the Vineland, Millville half of the field, sorry. 2-2 out to the side. And a shot taken there, save made by the Millville keeper. McIsaac heads it up forward. So Labriola controls it for the Fighting Clan. Labriola is a junior. I think he has been a starter for the Fighting Clan since he was a freshman. Certainly one of their more experienced players on the back line. And Porterden's going to send that one back into the Millville box, but the looks like the Millville keeper touched that ball with his hands out of the box, and Vineland's going to have a free kick. We'll see if they can get something going from this. So number 10, Ryan Cleveland, taking that kick. The header from Vineland finds the head of a Vineland player, Mark Gladkey, but his header is going to miss wide to the right, and Millville will take possession. More substitutions coming here for both teams. So number 14, Dennis McGuire, entering the game for Vineland. It's Cleveland trying to get settled, looking for a bit of a through ball, wasn't able to navigate that through the Millville defense, and there is Grotti looking for the chip over the Vineland defense, and Millville's going to have another scoring opportunity, but a nice job by Labriola to get in there and disrupt that shot attempt. The rebound almost squirts away from Arroyo, and he is able, however, to recover and corral it. We're going to have a foul there against Millville. Ran right up on Cleveland's back there. That was a kind of a no-brainer. So Porterden ready to send it in. We're going to have Vineland players running on, not able to get the header toward the Millville net. Ball out to McGuire. Sidesteps, and he's going to be fouled as well. So this game getting a little bit physical already. Referee's doing a good job at calling the fouls when they happen, though, to try to certainly keep this game under control. Big rivalry between these two teams, Vineland and Millville. I've seen plenty of Vineland and Millville soccer games get awfully chippy, particularly if the referees allow the players to get away with overly physical play. Looks like Cleveland set to take this kick for Vineland. And we have a set there for Porterden, bit of a one-timer, and he gets a lot behind that, but he misfired. Good idea for the Fighting Clan, though, to try to get a real driving shot on net. Again, neither team really done a whole lot in the way of consistent ball movement and possession. Millville's goal came on a incredible shot from deep. I mean, McIsaac took possession of that ball and just ripped one, and there was really nothing that Arroyo was going to be able to do. Here's Cleveland looking for some space. Tries to feed the through ball to number 12, Jerry Griggs. A little bit too far ahead of him, though. Foul called against Vineland there. So a throw coming here for Millville. Thunderbolts leading Vineland 1-0. So Grotti trying to turn that one around. Vineland looking for the counter. McGuire drops off to Cleveland. Cleveland's gonna get that one to Mateus, who tried to head it into the middle in front of the Millville net, but the Thunderbolts defense able to kick it away. But another throw coming here for Vineland. Two to Gladkin. Going to send it up the side to number 1, Cameron Stahl. Stahl looking for the cross here. And it got its way through, but unfortunately there were no Vineland forwards on the far post to get a head or a foot on that. Porterton sending it to the middle again. And today's game being streamed live on VPS Broadcasting YouTube channel. Follow VPS Broadcasting on YouTube for coverage on all district events. Also be sure to follow Vineland Public Schools on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest updates from school and district officials. Cross here coming for Millville. Hey, one thing very noticeable so far is Millville seems to have a pretty significant size advantage on Vineland in this game. We'll see if that comes into play on any corner kicks or 50-50 balls. So Labriola turning that one out. A throw coming for the Thunderbolts.
Stop. Stop. Recording me. Recording me. Recording me.
Sent down into the Vineland zone. This McIsaac going to flick it over his head. Millville looking for the break here. That's going to be went out anyway, but the referee
It looks like it was. Are you serious?
making a call there as Labriola and number 18, Aiden Staples, were jostling for position.
Oh my God.
Porterden's kick sent deep down into the Millville half of the field.
Make it. Can't make it. Make it a goal.
2-2 trying to pressure and
Good job.
kicked out, so a throw coming for the Fighting Clan. Oh, we're gonna have a and the shot there from that was number 8, Kyle Garrett, is going to miss high and wide. That was kind of an ambitious shot attempt there. He was pretty deep and another call there against Vineland. This game kind of has a bit of a choppy feel to it so far. A lot of deep balls headed back and forth. Neither team has really done much in the way of possessing the ball and moving it. As you see now here, some back and forth popcorn heading, and we're going to have a call there against Millville. That may have actually stopped some Vineland momentum. That ball was headed over the Millville midfield, and 2-2 had the opportunity at least to maybe take possession of that and make a run on the Millville keeper, but the foul called against Millville nonetheless. Porterden set for the kick, and he's going to drive it into the Millville box, but a Thunderbolt's able to get the header on it. Porterden's going to chip that one. Actually a really nice pass there from Porterden. Griggs was getting ready to make a run on the net, and Millville's forced to kick it out. So Vineland will get a corner. I think this is going to be Cleveland taking the corner. And header looking for Gladkey, but not able to get on it. And we're going to have a, see right there, that was we might have a card issued here, or at least a warning issued to the, looks like maybe to both teams. Stahl and I don't know which Millville player, but Stahl and Millville got tangled up, and Millville player took a spill, got up and pushed. Referee gets over there and issues the warning to both players. Oh, this is going to be an opportunity here for Millville, but a good job by Porter in getting back and sending that one out the side. That was a good scoring opportunity for the Thunderbolts and Matt Price, but Porter unable to get over there. Punched out there by Arroyo. Nice job for, and we're going to have a shot attempt for Millville. Deflected off of a Vineland player. We might have a corner kick coming here for the Thunderbolts. So Millville's corner is low. See if Vineland can get the counter attack going here. This is Stahl, and he's going to stop quickly and try to reverse field. Now they're going to send it up over top. Try to send it over top to Tutu, but he's not able to beat the Millville defender. Substitution for Vineland. McGuire comes out, and number 5, Freddie Paredes, comes in. Millville ready to make a run here up the sideline. Vineland recovers. And a throw coming up for the Thunderbolts. Roddy drives that one on from deep, deflected out by Vineland. He's off. So offsides call against Millville. Porterden's kick headed back to the midfield. Cleveland going to try to turn back in. McIsaac turn this one in. We'll see if he can get it in front of the net. He just tries to take his shot and misfires on that attempt. We're about 25, maybe even 30 minutes into the first half of this game. Millville leading Vineland 1-0. Again, on what was really a pretty incredible goal by Millville's number 10, Ryan McIsaac. Aside from that, neither team has really been able to create much. Here's Matthias is going to substitution here for Millville. 2-2 trying to turn that corner. And Gay's going to send that one toward the corner and out. That will be a, yeah, I wasn't sure what he was doing when he picked it up. Millville's Ernie Gay there up. I wasn't sure what he was doing, but it is going to be a corner kick here for the Fighting Clan. Again, I think they're at a bit of a disadvantage on the corner kicks because of what appears to be, anyway, the pretty significant or noticeable, at least, size disadvantage that they have against Millville. But we'll see if they can get something going here. That's they're going to be sent a little bit too close to the net, and the Millville keeper is able to come out and corral it before any Vineland players can get a head or a foot on it. Punt by the Millville keepers, headed back toward the Millville side of the field. Here's Porterden, and he's going to send it over top to Matthias. Matthias jostling with Gay, and Gay kicks it out. Headed, it's going to be Millville trying to turn it. Labriola will head it back forward, but now Millville is going to have a run here. And what a outstanding play there by Bobby Labriola. Millville had themselves a clean break. Goalkeeper Arroyo came out to challenge, and the Millville forward was able to get the pushed past him, but Labriola turns on the jets and is able to get back there and kick it out before it crosses over the line. So the corner here coming for Millville, sent low and kicked right back out by number 12, Jerry Griggs. A throw here for the Thunderbolts. Cross from deep, the header. Back across the front of the Vineland net, but corralled by Arroyo, and Porterden will be set to take the kick. This is a Clawwitter for Vineland. Matthias trying to get it through. And looks like they are thought that Millville kicked that out, but a throw for the Thunderbolts. Sent away by Vineland. 2-2 back to pressure Gay. Griggs with the header, and Garrett will try and choke over the Millville midfielders. We're going to have a trip there called against Vineland. Good send in there. Not able to find the head. There's going to be a save made by Arroyo. The rebound comes off, but he's not able to get much on it. Looking for a pass there. Deflects off of a Millville player. And we're going to have a foul there called against Vineland, climbing up on the Millville player's back for that header. Again, VPS broadcasting can be found on Comcast Xfinity Channel 9 and Verizon Fios Channel 41. Television events are aired on weekdays at 7 p.m. and weekends at 6 p.m. Today's game is being streamed live on the VPS Broadcasting YouTube channel. Arroyo will corral that on the bounce. Roll it out to Porterden. And Porterden's going to drive it deep. 2-2 might be able to outrun the Millville defense there, but Thunderbolt's goalkeeper able to come out and corral it himself. Cleveland to Matthias. Matthias is going to flick it out to Griggs on. Millville's Cloudwood are able to get back there and disrupt the play. Vineland doesn't like the call, but unfortunately I think it was the right one. Griggs tried to get out of the way of that. But I think it did hit him last before going out. I think we have to be in the closing minutes of the first half here. We have a bit of a whiff there by Vineland. There's the cross there from Millville. The kick on the way, but a save made by Arroyo. Nice job. And I think Vineland might also been able to corral the rebound and avoid a second chance. Millville starting to assert themselves a little bit more here. We're going to have a free kick coming up for Vineland. Deflected by Grayson B. Cleveland. We'll see if he can keep anything going. He navigates through a couple of defenders by himself. Now Vineland's got something going. Matthias looking for the cross, but he misfires. He's way off balance on that. The idea was right. Able to get it out to the side there and was looking for the cross, but can't blame him for trying it, though. If he slows down to try to gain his footing, you know, he's given the Millville defense the opportunity to recover and get back. Lost his footing as he was going down, and Vineland's best put together scoring threat yet goes by the wayside. Two drops it off. See if Stahl can kicks it off the back of a Millville defender, and we're going to now have a corner for Vineland. It's sent deep in there. There's the header. It's flicked. Here's Matthias looking. He's going to send it to the middle there, and Millville is able to kick it away. And there is the halftime whistle. So a pretty choppy game in the first half. Millville is able to take the 1-0 lead on the long distance goal from Ryan McIsaac. We're going to step away for a couple of minutes here for halftime, and we will be back with the second half in just a little bit. Hey, welcome back, everybody. We are just about ready to start the second half of this soccer game between Vineland and Millville. This is Mike Schneider with BPS Broadcasting. We're live here from the Joseph Romano Sports Complex, the Spring and Maple Avenue soccer fields. It's the second half of a doubleheader between the Vineland and Millville soccer programs. Earlier this evening, the Vineland High School girls defeated the Thunderbolts 3-1. Millville boys are leading the Vineland boys 1-0 at the moment. First half of the game was, it had a kind of a choppy feel to it. A lot of just back and forth deep balls, not a whole lot of consistent possession from either team. Millville's goal came on a long distance shot from Ryan McIsaac early in the game. But aside from that, neither team has gotten a whole lot going. Millville's had a couple of scoring opportunities that Vineland was able to stifle with a couple of really nice defensive plays and a really nice save by goalie Jonathan Arroyo. Vineland had a couple of scoring opportunities, but really hasn't really been able to get a ton going offensively for their part. We'll see if they can get things turned around in the second half. One goal will obviously change the dynamic of this game greatly, regardless of who scores. That if Millville scores again, as that deep ball is headed by Millville. If Millville scores again, you would think that Vineland's going to feel that they're in a pretty deep hole, considering the difficulty that they've had creating anything offensively. And if Vineland, as we're going to have here, a nice defensive play by the Fighting Clan there, as Millville had a free runner on the net. But if Vineland's able to get a goal and even this one up, you would think that Millville would have to feel not real good about their position in the game, considering at how little Vineland has so far been able to create offensively. So the Fighting Clan certainly in this game. See if they can avoid another goal on this corner kick here. It is going to be headed out. Vineland not out of the woods quite yet, though. Cross there is going to go back over the back of the net and out. Porterden's kick up toward midfield, headed back by Millville. McIsaac's going to try to send that one on, but there are no teammates there to receive. Millville now with a nice pass there coming on. It's going to be another goal for the Thunderbolts as they take a 2-0 lead. That was a really nicely executed play by Millville. Short pass to the far side there. Free runner heading onto the net and able to squeeze that one in on the near post, and Millville now leads 2-0. I was not able to see which Millville player scored that goal. We'll see if Vineland can get one back here. Millville throw to the side. Knocked out by Vineland. Arroyo's punt to midfield. McIsaac chasing that throw into the corner. And we'll see if he's going to try and take it through several Vineland defenders by himself. Eventually, that's Labriola, I think, who comes over and stops his run. Throw for the Fighting Clan. And they will have another one coming up. That call goes against Vineland. Throw from Millville. And we have a injured Millville player on the far side of the field. Breaking the action while the Vineland athletic training staff takes a look at him. And it looks like he's been walking off on his own power, though, with a noticeable limp. That is number 17, Ernie Gay, who has been a pretty effective player on the back line for the Thunderbolts so far. Possible his absence could be felt by Millville a little bit. He's done a good job at disrupting a few of Vineland's rushes down the field. And as is another common tradition in soccer, if a team that possesses the ball loses possession due to an injury, the other team gives it back to them when play is resumed. Good to see that. It's going to be Stahl looking for Gladkey, coming across the middle now. Grotti challenged by Labriola. He's able to step through a couple of Vineland defenders there, but doesn't get the shot off. Call there going against Millville. That was number 5. Jared Clowwitter came flying in. This is, I think, Cleveland getting ready to take the kick for Vineland. Or Garrett, sorry, not Cleveland, Garrett. Headed back downfield by Millville, but off of Millville there, and Vineland will have a throw coming up. Ball's out off Vineland. Another throw coming from Millville. That was number 34, Ali Seabury. Throw from Grotti. Driven all the way to the Vineland goal. You see that being particularly with the boys and men in collegiate and professional. Sometimes the players are strong enough on those throws down on that end of the field to throw it all the way in front of the opposing team's net, which is kind of like a de facto corner kick. Arroyo able to reel that one in though and prevent a goal from being scored. 2-0 Millville leading Vineland. Grotti and Labriola. Both wearing number 13, going at each other there. Throw coming for Millville. This is Grotti with the throw, so he might be able to get that one in pretty deep. Again, flicked by Vineland, but in front of the net, and that's going to be a third goal for Millville. Vineland player tried to head that one away, and I think missed a little bit and ended up heading it back in front of their own net, and Millville able to put it in. The Thunderbolts now leading the Fighting Clan 3-0. About 8 or 10 minutes into the second half. Remind our viewers today's game is being streamed live on the VPS Broadcasting YouTube channel. Follow VPS Broadcasting on YouTube for coverage of all district events. Also follow Vineland Public Schools on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest updates from school and district officials. VPS Broadcasting can be found on Xfinity Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon Fios Channel 41. Television events are aired weekdays at 7 p.m. and weekends at 6 p.m. Make sure also to tune in to VPS Broadcasting's YouTube channel this Saturday, October 22nd, for the Vineland High School football team's homecoming game against Atlantic City. Fighting Clan will be putting their perfect no record on the line against the Vikings, and at halftime, Vineland will have its annual homecoming celebration and the crowning of the 2016 Miss Monogram. Kick from Vineland. We'll see what Millville decides to do here in terms of an adjustment to their game plan with a 3-0 lead. Will they continue? Will they continue attacking, or will they sort of pack it back in defensively? I would imagine they're going to continue pressuring at least for the better part of the second half. And still with 25 minutes to a half hour remaining in the half, or in the game rather. You know, a Vineland goal could, here's going to be 2-2, and he's going to almost able to beat the Millville keeper to the spot. He was about a half a step too late. Millville keeper doing a nice job at coming out and challenging that and disrupting that run. But as I was saying, you know, Millville's not going to pack it in defensively just yet because, you know, there's still enough time left in this game that if you surrender a quick goal to Vineland, now it's a 2-goal lead, and if you somehow surrender another one, you know, the things could get dicey for the Thunderbolts. So I would imagine they're going to continue trying to pressure and extend this lead a little bit, at least for the next 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah. Going to be Gladkey was fighting for position here. Is going to be Millville with another scoring opportunity, but Vineland able to stifle it. And the Fighting Clan almost got the counterattack going there. That pass was just a little bit too much mustard on that pass for Stahl to get in front of it and control it. And here's going to be Grotti looking for a shot, and Millville now goes up by a score of 4-0. And it looks here like there seems to be some confusion. The Vineland players are asking the referee to go and speak to the referee on the far side of the field. Apparently the Vineland players are under the impression that on the far side had the flag up to signal that Grotti was offside, but play was not stopped, so we will see. We'll see what the call is. They're discussing it now. And Millville will be awarded the goal. So some of the members of the Vineland defense there were protesting their case to the referee. I can't be sure, but I think the case that they are trying to make to the referee is that they stopped defending when they saw the flag on the far side go up. Saw Labriola go over there and just try to get his teammates to stop protesting. And now the referee is, I'm assuming, explaining the decision to the players, which is good to see. He certainly is not required to do that by any means. The referee does not owe the players any kind of explanation on a call, but it's nice to see him explain it to them. This little flick back there, and now Tutu looking for the through ball to Stahl, wasn't able quite to get it. Here goes Labriola now jostling for position with Grotti. And here's now Tutu. And that is going to be kicked out by Millville, the back line, so Vineland will get a corner. See if they can put one in the back of the net here. And that one is sent real deep, but again, I think now the it's going to be a corner on the other side awarded to, no, never mind. Looked like the referee was pointing to the corner, but he wasn't. Stahl with the flick, and Sivry trying to send it across to the other side of the field. A little too much on it. The header, that was number 20, Matthias, trying to head it back toward the middle of the field, not quite able to get up there and put a solid hit on it. Ball deflected out off of Vineland, and a throw coming for Millville. Roddy looking to reverse field. Sivry stops it. We'll see if Vineland can get something going here. There's a little bit, that pass a little bit off the mark. Stahl was coming up the side. We're going to have a foul there against Vineland. Foul there on Millville. Nice tackle there by Labriola. Clean play. Sivry loses it though. There's going to be another take by Labriola up to Gladkey. Gladkey's going to be looking to get it up over top. And Gay will send it out. A throw coming for the Fighting Clan. Gladkey going to try to turn. This is McGuire. He'll be looking for a cross kicked out by Millville, and the Fighting Clan will have a corner coming up. Corner for Vineland, nobody able to get ahead on it though. Sent back into the middle, headed by McIsaac. Porterton thought he might try to take that shot on the volley. Didn't really have much of an angle though. McGuire flicking that one back, looking for Tutu. Here comes Porterton up the left side now, and he's going to try to send it into the middle, but Millville able to get it away. Whistle here against Vineland. I think Porterton might have held Millville player a little bit there on that last exchange. We're about 20 minutes into the second half. Stahl can control this one. Nice little move around the defense there. Referee lets Vineland play to the advantage, and once it looked apparent that they weren't going to be able to keep that run going, makes the call. Siffrey's kick. Garrett will flick it up. Tries to head it in front of the net. And Stahl might have a shot coming on here. There it is, and it's going to miss wide to the left. That's going to be sent in there. Stahl going to try to get a cross there, but we have a call there against Millville, and Vineland will have a free kick coming up. It looks like Stahl may be injured. He's going to ask for might have twisted an ankle there. He's going to be assisted off the field. Looks like Porterton will be taking the kick. Porterden's kick. It's a nicely sent in there, but another Millville player able to get it headed. McGuire sends it back in. 2-2 trying to turn around. That's going to be kicked out of the back line by Millville, and finally we'll have a corner kick coming up. Vineland with an opportunity on an open net there, and a misfire over the crossbar and out. Gladkey with the header. 2-2 now, jostling for position with McIsaac. Grotti dropping it back and reversing field, now sent deep, but Arroyo comes out. And Gay sends it out. Maybe a trip there called against Millville. And Porterden with a nice send in there. Vineland not able to put it in though. I think we're closing in on being 30 minutes into this second half. Millville leading Vineland 4-0. Another foul called against Millville. Gladkey comes up limping. It's going to stay in though. Porterden sending it in. And that was, not sure who that was. One of the Vineland players. They might not have been in the game most of the other time. Made a nice run on that and had an opportunity to put a head on it, but wasn't quite able to get there. Two flicks it up. Cleveland trying to turn around, and Porterden takes it away. He's going to go up the side and try to cross. And Gladkey with a shot, and that's going to be over the crossbar. Porterden can turn this one. And a throw coming here for Millville. Two can Millville now settling things down, dropping back. McIsaac's going to send it deep. Crotty making a run on net. Cleveland trying to turn this one. He's got, that's number 18. Maybe it's number 19. No, it's Cisco Matthias was making that run down the left sideline. Throw here for Millville. Pass back to Arroyo. He's going to send it to the side. Tutu trying to turn upfield with the ball that time, not able to do so. Vineland will have a throw coming up. We're going to have a trip there against Vineland. And we're going to have a card issued. Card issued to Cleveland. Porterden able to flick that one away, but see here, Gladkey jostling for position. We're going to have a hold there against Millville. And that is a card issued to number 15, Burak Aksu. pretty blatantly holding Gladkey that time. The foul there called against Clowwitter right in front of us. Porterden ready to send this one in. Punt from the Millville keeper. Porterden and Tutu still working in the offensive end. Porterden now is going to see if he can tries to send a cross deflected out by Millville, so a corner coming for Vineland. Maybe one or two final opportunities to get on the scoreboard. Porterden's cross. And Gladkey was coming in for the header. And another card issued, that time to number 11, Jack Beck. That's the third card that we've had issued in the last couple of minutes, so I'm going to assume these two coaches and the referees here might be counting the seconds until this one is ended. Because it is starting to get awfully chippy. And here's going to be a penalty kick on the way for Mark Gladkey, I'm sorry, not Mike. And the penalty kick is in. So with about 10 minutes left in the game, Vineland able to get on the board on the back of a penalty kick from Mark Gladkey. And the foul on him on that play was pretty obvious. He was trying to drive in for a header on the service from Porterden, and he was knocked pretty much out of midair as he was going up in the box. So that was a pretty obvious foul call. And you know, Gladkey, Labriola comes to mind, certainly Porterden and Tutu. There's a few players on this Vineland team that have really continued to work throughout this entire game despite the score. See if Porterden is going to send another one in. Gladkey looking for the header. Far side, there a shot on net. And it's going to hit the side of the net. I'd like to remind our viewers one last time that today's games have been streamed live on the VPS Broadcasting YouTube channel. Follow VPS Broadcasting on YouTube for coverage of all district events. Follow Vineland Public Schools on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for the latest updates from school and district officials. VPS Broadcasting can be found on your television, Comcast Xfinity Channel 9 and Verizon Fios Channel 41. Television events are aired on weekdays at 7 p.m. and on weekends at 6 p.m. As this game coming to a close, we want to one more time recognize our outstanding VPS crew here, hour and a half, if not more, before the game, setting up the cameras, setting up the audio and all of the other equipment, and we'll certainly be here for a while after the games, breaking everything down. Tonight's crew: Mark McGill, Skylar LeBruno, and Kayla Spirer, and crew chiefs Doug Diola and Ryan Steinbron. Also want to make sure to recognize Gia Missouri, the executive producer of VPS TV and the school district's public information officer. We had I think another card there issued. Served in. Arroyo is going to try to punch it out. Kicked away by Vineland. Gladkey looking for Griggs up the sideline, and Millville will just kick it out. Also got to credit Millville too, continuing to really we're having another stoppage here. Not sure what happened this time. Throw here for Vineland. As I was saying, the Millville defenders, despite the lead that they have really continued to work to defend, not giving Vineland any easy looks in this last few minutes. Throw coming here for the Thunderbolts. Gladkey looking for Tutu. Tutu dips it off there to Porterton. Porterton looking for Tutu in the middle. And so Tutu with a scoring opportunity. Save made by the Millville goalie. Vineland will have a corner kick coming up. And there is the final whistle for the game. So Millville defeating Vineland 4-1 in the second half of today's Vineland versus Millville soccer doubleheader. Want to thank you all for joining us. Make sure again to tune in to the VPS Broadcasting YouTube channel this coming Saturday, October 22nd at 2 p.m. as the Vineland High School football team hosts Atlantic City in the annual homecoming game. The Fighting Clan will be putting their 5-0 record on the line against the Atlantic City team that has won 3 consecutive games. Additionally, during the game this weekend, the 2016 Vineland High School Miss Monogram will be crowned during halftime. One more time, this is Mike Schneider with VPS Broadcasting. Thanks for joining us, and tune in next time.